So the first thing I did this week, which I am suggesting that everyone do, I said when I moved in, since I should. What the hell was that? Hello?
Is that okay?
I don't know.
Talk about the East Coast is haunted.
Hell no. What was that? Hello? I'm not going to open this damn door. I don't know what the hell that was. But until I register for my gun.
That's how it's going to be.
Ooh, okay. Where was I?
Popping on my champagne campaign. Popping on my champagne campaign.
What's up, y'all? This is Son.
What's up? It's your girl Camille, and you're now tuned in to Brunchism.
Popping on my champagne campaign. 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 Popping on my champagne campaign.
What's up, y'all, and welcome to this week's episode of Brunchism. I am Camille.
I'm Sanj.
And welcome back. Thank you for still being here with us. If you are new, thank you for giving us a chance. And yeah.
I agree. I agree. Stick around. You might learn something.
You probably will learn something. You'll probably be talking back to us as we're talking by like the middle of it. I feel like I do that when I listen to podcasts.
The great thing about podcasting is that we don't have to hear it. So
that is so mean.
Good enough for everybody.
I be wanting the people to hear me sometimes because I be feel like I be having good points.
And so you have your own podcast.
Oh, okay, yes, all right, that's fair, I guess. What's up with you, Sanj?
I'm eating gummy bears. And people really hate on gummy bears. And it's a little bit confusing because I was like, I don't know why everybody just be going with the sour candies, but
you brought it up. I wasn't gonna like say anything about it, but I think it's childish to eat gummy bears that don't have sour stuff on them. It's just what is it if it doesn't have a sour on top of it? The sugar. Then what is it? It's just rubber.
It's tasty. Okay, well, yeah.
It's Jell-O. It's really sugary Jell-O, kind of, but harder.
All right, next. We should have an episode where we just ask you to describe foods and see exactly how that would go.
The key is that I would have to have smoked first. That's the only reason why this is happening. But what's on your menu for this week?
So, I had like an awesome birthday week. I went glamping, and that shit was tight.
How's it feel to be 30?
Okay.
The jokes are gonna fly. I know.
Wait till next year.
You're only a couple of months.
Wait till next year, Grandma. I know. Come on, Nana. You be next. But it was dope. I wanted to do something like super naturey, and it was cool. Like driving there though, hella Trump signs, very eerie. I was like, I don't know where we at. Well, I do know where we're at. It was Virginia, so that was interesting.
That's what I meant to tell you last week, by the way. You know how I said I'll wait until you get back?
Mm-hmm.
I be feeling like places in the East Coast that are like very rural, is that the right word?
Yes.
Be creepy and haunted and like have a lot of like get out type of shit going on. I had a roommate from, where was she from? My freshman year. I want to say like Pennsylvania maybe. But somewhere over there, and she used to tell us all type of creepy stories.
Oh.
But I'm glad that you're back and not
and like
or
where it
anything.
was like it wasn't a lot of people, so we didn't like interact with much people other than like the staff who were there. So it wasn't too bad. Like we didn't have to hang out with anybody else. So it was cool. Did like some zip lining. That shit was hella fun. I'm a person who I usually say I'm pretty scared of heights, but I was like, I'm cooling. That shit was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. But hella bugs in the cabin. That's one thing I don't know. Just don't sit right.
Do you let spiders live when you're like camping?
No. Why?
Because they be eating the other bugs and stuff, and they genuinely don't really bother.
Why y'all in here if y'all like, nah, bruh, it's out?
I'm pouring one for all the dead spiders that
I might let it out, but I'm not gonna let it like live in there. Like we're not gonna cohabitate or anything like that. But no, probably not. That's like I would have to be in a really great mood for that to happen. So probably not. Let me not lie. I'm not that righteous. It's fine. But I went on vacation during the week, which was actually pretty cool. I was like, had a short week, came back, so I recommend it. But it was hella hard getting back into a routine. Like I've been like trying my best, and it honestly just has not been happening. So that's my task for the next coming week, and that's really all I had. Other than that, it's just
reintegrate,
like, work, and
okay, Rihanna.
Oh, Riri, where's the album?
I'm not gonna bother her about it. She be cussing people out.
Yeah, facts. What about you? What is on your menu?
I had a bunch of stuff on my menu.
Oh,
a whole buffet of shit. No, not for real. So I reorganized my place because I said when I moved in, I want to like keep everything neat. So at least like when the seasons change, just reorganize everything. One, I found so much hair. I found enough braiding hair to where I should not have to go back to the beauty supply for like at least the rest of the year, probably until like my birthday. I could give myself like at least 3 different styles. There's hair everywhere. Why don't I check the cabinets before I go to the beauty supply and get my hair? So ladies, fellas, check your shit. I found a bunch of products that like I said that I was gonna use and never got around to using. You know, sometimes you gotta refresh. And I'm somebody that throws away things. Like I don't mind throwing shit away. If I'm like, I haven't used this in a while, I'm gonna throw it away. It makes space. Okay. I just made space. It was refreshing. And it was easy to do because so much music dropped on Friday. I just was like,
I'm
supposed to play. Yeah, I'm supposed to play all of this music and just do shit. So it was hella easy. I smoked, turned on an album, and then just started doing stuff. Stopped to dance a little bit, smoke, eat, and then continue. So it was cool. My cousin gave me my little "Will you be in my wedding" thingy.
Got an invite. Yeah, that shit was hi.
Will you be my groomsmaid? That was cute. And he gave us these masks. Look, y'all. I guess it's only interesting if you watch it on YouTube, but so that was nice. I'm gonna be in another wedding.
Look, y'all.
I'm definitely not.
Listen, guys.
I'm definitely not a person that. What do people say? Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Please keep having me be. I love being a bridesmaid, or in this case, a groomsmaid. But that shit is fun. Please invite me to be, or preferably invite me to just go to the bachelorette weekend. I don't even have to be in the wedding. That would be cool too. But I love weddings. Weddings are so fun. It's like my favorite thing to do as an adult.
I love weddings too.
It's just always fun.
I wish more people got married.
For real. I was on like a good 2-year streak of like weddings. I was loving it. It was such a happy and fun time.
Weddings are cool.
Lots of alcohol. Lots of dancing. Reunions usually. Like weddings are just a good vibe.
Too much alcohol. I think like I'll be the type of person to throw like a fucking 5-year anniversary party every 5 years.
That sounds lit.
Just to turn up for love, but just to turn up.
I like that. Turning up for a cause. Yeah. What's the cause? Love. I like it. But yeah, that was a chair. I did not fart. What else is on my menu? I have. I don't know if they can hear it. Oh, my sister calling me. I'm ignoring you, Deanna. I'm saying that like she gonna listen. Her ass probably not even gonna hear me say that. For real. Speaking of my sister, she said that this. I already started saying the story now. She said that somebody she had like a scary encounter. She had like a scary encounter. The story is not funny, so I'm trying not to laugh. But this guy, like she was parking, and this guy like blocked her car and then like knocked on her window, like rolled down the window or whatever. It was hella creepy. And then he heard that she was on the phone with her dude, and he can you text Dan and tell her that I'm recording? And he like hurried up and left after he heard the person on the phone saying like, did somebody knock on your door? I mean, on your window and tell you to roll it down? But anyway, something like that has happened to me twice when I lived in San Diego. And I really want to know, I feel like I asked this question before, but I didn't get a good enough answer. But I want to know, are niggas unaware of how creepy that they are being, or do they know and just don't care? Like you have to, I feel like I would know that following somebody to a place and like blocking them to talk to them is creepy behavior.
Right.
Like, you know, like I feel like you don't have to be a genius to, if you think about it, say that out like, yeah, so I had saw this girl, she was cute. I tried to get her attention. She acted like she didn't want to talk. So I had like follow her and I blocked her car and told her to roll down her window so I could get her number. Like, if you say that out loud, does that sound logical to you when you really, or does that not sound creepy as fuck? Like, you know, so I really be wondering, do niggas not, because that just seems kind of common of niggas doing weird shit like that. And it's like, do you not get how that's creepy, or do you genuinely not care? Mm-hmm. What you think?
I mean, I feel like it's a mix of both. I don't think, even though like some niggas might think like, or might not know what's gonna happen, it's still worth it. Like, even if they look crazy, it's like, well, I mean, if it happens, at least.
So they're just thinking about the best
shot.
possible outcome. Like,
yeah, you know, shot.
They don't think about what's the worst that could happen. They think about what's the best that could happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like,
optimist.
I'm going to just try it because that's what I'm supposed to do as a man. Just try everything.
Niggas do just have an abundance of audacity, so you probably right. Like,
it's like,
why even think about what could go wrong? She probably just, you know, is gonna
even
give
if
her number.
Like, no matter how I make her feel, like at least I tried.
At least I gave my best effort.
Niggas love effort.
Niggas not living with no regrets. They said, fuck it. At least I tried.
I tried, bro. Like,
I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I didn't at least try.
It's all like them damn sports
trying was
clothes,
you saying excuse me and me saying no thanks. That was the try.
Sports clothes, man. Niggas be approaching it with the Mamba mentality, bro. Like, this is just about to go.
Yeah, okay. You cannot apply the Mamba mentality to everything.
You just, whoa, bro. Shit.
Like, nah, you cannot. That is funny. That's funny. Niggas try to apply it to everything. That nigga was just talking about basketball. That's it.
He was just hooping, but like,
he made it very clear.
We just don't know how to like snap out of it. So yeah, I think that's the issue. Niggas don't know when is the right time for shit. Like, nah.
That's really funny. But it's not funny that niggas are being creepy like that. Please watch out for yourself, everyone. When you get in out somewhere at night, hurry up and get out. Don't be scrolling through your phone. I be having my shit ready most of the time. I'm not gonna act like I don't be slipping sometimes, but I try to have my stuff ready so I can just get out the car and go inside. Cause
sorry, you're not boring.
Really weird.
It's honestly late. Yeah, like it's okay. It's a time difference thing, y'all.
You're like, oh, it's boring. Yes, they say. Fuck, move on. No, that's pretty much it for me though. I feel like I have been doing a lot, but I've been mostly safe about it. And I'm still
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. So I mean, as far as like chilling with my homies, not nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I just
COVID,
feel the need to
COVID
clarify.
style.
Yeah, sometimes people assume that I'm speaking in code and shit, so I be wanting to be more direct.
I'm like, can you be more clear?
But that's it.
All right.
Nothing else on my menu.
The ancestors ain't been on you this week.
No, they haven't. They haven't. I mean, or maybe I'm not listening. Damn, now I gotta reflect after
Again.
this. Thanks.
Oh, you forgot to fucking reflect, right? Not the reflection.
Now I gotta go reflect and see if it's some shit I've been overlooking. Thanks a lot. I don't want to get in trouble.
Nah, that's funny. Well, let's hope. Well, nothing really went bad for you this week, but I was gonna be like, let's go. Let's hope it gets better. But who knows at this point?
Nothing is wrong. I actually had a good week. I've been busy.
Life is pretty unpredictable.
It's been like a lot of me catching up with niggas. I had a lot of good like energy around me this week. I will say that. A little pick me up.
Yeah.
You know, been closing rings on my watch and shit. You know what it is. A little 1,000 steps here, another 1,000 there.
Stop.
Okay. Let's move on.
We moving on.
So I went to brunch this past weekend, right? And after brunch, we went to go get our nails done, which I've never done that before. 10 out of 10 will recommend. I think everybody should do that.
You sure? Although, it's just because you miss outside.
Huh?
Are you sure? Or is it just because you miss outside?
No, I'm sure.
Okay.
That is a good idea.
Okay.
But I will say that could possibly be hard to do because when you go to brunch, you're going to want your nails to be done already. You know? Yeah.
You're not going to go to brunch with busted nails.
We're busted, yeah. And none of our nails were necessarily busted, but we could use a pedicure. Like, it wasn't going to hurt.
Who can't?
But we went after brunch or whatever and got some really good pedicures.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a little expensive, but worth it for me. And also, keep in mind, I'm drunk. I was just sipping mimosas bottomlessly. These massages are feeling real good.
Oh.
This hot stone is real hot. This massage, pressure points, hitting them. Like,
super
it was, it was for real. Oh, I restarted that bitch about 2-3 times. Like, yep, now I want it to need. Okay, now I want it to tap. Now I want a combination, bitch. Like, I was in there getting my life. It was great. So my sister, one of my sisters, I was wilding, but one of them was the last one to finish getting done. And I only had enough cash for like a small tip, like $2. I was like, no, this bitch deserves more than $2. So I went to 7-Eleven to go get some change. And then I came back to give the lady her tip. And as I'm walking out, the rest of my sisters are sitting there like this. I was like, what happened? It was like, the owner just pulled up, and this is his car next to us. And on the car, there were some Trump 2020 flags. And I had just went back in to give this lady a tip because I was like so rejoiced at my little pedicure and my little spa day. And my sister was still in there. So we had FaceTime her like, girl, do not tip them. Like we already gave them tips. And the owner is a Trump supporter. Like, fuck, we didn't know we messed up or whatever. So she hung up and she said the lady that was doing her feet was like, I don't like Trump. But anyway, long story short. So then after that, I was like, damn, that sucks. I really found this great place that I like that does my feet. But I can't go back because they Trump supporters. Then my sister was like, I'm going back. Like, I don't care. And I was like, no, why would you go back knowingly, like, that they support this nigga?
Right.
And her argument was just basically like, there are plenty of things that we do every day in places that we support that probably don't like Black people and that are fucked up. So I'm not about to stop doing every little thing because they support Trump or whatever. A lot of places probably support Trump that I go to. I was like, that's true. But if there's a place that I knowing, like, if I'm ignorant to the fact that they support him, then okay. But if I know that that this business like supports Trump or is racist or is sexist or is homophobic or whatever, if I know and still go, then I feel like that's messed up. But then also, is it messed up if I don't like adequately research every place that associates with people? Like if I'm keeping myself ignorant, don't know. So those were my thoughts.
Like, okay, I feel like, to me, I agree in general. I'm like, as long as you know that something's going on and you're like, oh, I want to move different because of that. I don't think that means that you necessarily have to become this like ultra super researcher, because at the end of the day, like most places that are like that we're giving money to are supporting like every single side. Like they'll donate to any lobby, they'll donate to any politician, or any like grassroots organization, just to make sure that those people like their image. You know what I mean? Like they play every single
no
side.
backbone. They doing everything.
Yeah, they play every single side at the end of the day. So I think like it's hard, but it's hard to like to be like, oh, you're gonna completely not support any single business that supports a certain candidate. But like I feel like at the end of the day today, that is like something that is pretty polarizing, and I think it says a lot about where people stand. So I wouldn't take it lightly. Like if I see it, I'm like, okay. Like entertaining everybody's interest is one thing, but just like touting and being very like because you know what, like that stuff is symbolic now. You know what I mean? Like it means something. It's not like the people
you can't just take it for face value.
Yeah, it's not just like, oh, that's just like the candidate you wish to support or something. It like at the end of the day, it is meaningful, like what that shit stands for. So like to me, those are people who are like, that's how I feel, and are like saying it to like being like, yep, this is me. This is where I stand.
I have a question, but you may not know because, like we just said, we only a few months apart. But before Obama was president, this may be a dumb question, but I probably wasn't paying attention because I was young. But before Obama was president, did people like really go around like with Bush flags and stuff like that and putting stuff on their car? Did people care that much to like? I know people campaigned, like, so I get that, but like,
I don't think so.
Having flags and shit on your business in your car, were people doing that before Obama? Like, when did it become
I'm not sure, but I'm inclined to say that it is something that happened a little bit after Obama, because I don't know if you remember, but like when Obama was running for president, like he definitely was like one of the first people to brand really well. Like those T-shirts, those Hope T-shirts with his face.
We can.
Yes, we can. Mm-hmm. Like, it was like super symbolic, and it became this thing. But I feel like I just don't remember ever a time where it was like this. But really, what it is like the candidate on top of that. It's like what the person represents, and that, because I feel like whatever, people maybe have always been waving certain flags or putting up certain signs or whatever, but like the meaning has changed significantly here. So it's like you're being like, this is what I align myself with, like this is how I feel, this is the side I'm on. Like I don't think a lot of people, I don't know, I just don't see a lot of gray area for this specific election. I never do realistically, but at the end of the day, like this is just blatant.
No, I feel you, but I'm really sad because I know there are other places to get a pedicure, so I know it's not like the end of the world. But you think you found a little spot.
It's the simple things.
You think you found a cool little spot, and then boom.
Nah, I don't know. It's out.
I thought that was an interesting argument. Like I see the other perspective. Like I see what you're trying to say, but I can't see myself knowingly. Like if I don't know, I don't know. If I find out, then it's easy for me to not anymore. But that's easy. It's easy. I haven't done none of the shit that, like, I haven't had Starbucks, I haven't had Chick-fil-A, I haven't went to Home Depot. Like, if I know, then I'm just gonna stop.
Right. And if, like, I feel like if that's the way that you end up being like, well, that's, like, how I'm gonna move, I don't think, as long as you're, like, continuously doing that, I don't see a problem unless you're, like...
Yeah, but then I'm gonna be jealous once I see them all come back and I know they just got the pedicures from that place.
But just think about white supremacy. It'll make you feel so much better.
That's it. That's all I have to say on the topic. I don't know. It's too much. Everything, like you said, everything holds a different weight.
It's too much
when you going around with your Trump shit, I think.
Agreed.
That nigga is really, let's not talk about it. He's sick. It's above me now, so I don't even have nothing to say. I don't want them to just suspend my Twitter again.
Facts. Oh my gosh, dude. It's so interesting how like shit is just so shit is gaslighting because
they didn't even remove his tweets. They just put a message above it and then left it there.
But even Twitter, like when people found out he had COVID and people were like getting suspended for wishing death on him, and it's like, you know how many people get death threats on Twitter every day, and y'all just now letting us know that y'all can suspend people for death threats? That's interesting.
Like what?
Y'all couldn't have done this, like, you know, remember when Obama was okay.
We forgot all about that. They was lynching his ass.
That's so crazy.
Had him on fire.
That shit is so crazy to me.
Yeah, very interesting.
Anyways.
But moving on.
So have you decided that you are no longer going to the nail shop, or?
I'm not gonna go. I can find other nail shops. It was more so not the dilemma, but the conversation of like, well, what will you support and what won't you? Like, what's your boundary?
I got you. Okay.
But I'm not gonna go. If she go, I'm not finna like judge her a whole lot, but I'm still gonna say something about it every time they go. I don't think they're gonna go back either though, but
that's fine.
just a little conversation that I thought would be interesting, because I'm pretty sure people are having these conversations like with their families about little shit like this too, you know?
For sure. And I feel like anytime it gets harder and harder to like avoid certain businesses, it's just like not gonna happen. That's why it's so hard for shit to be boycotted and shit. Like people can't, like.
I'm scared to look up all the businesses that.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, does that make me? So then what does that make me if I'm choosing to stay ignorant just because I know it's gonna be a hella inconvenience for me to actively avoid like all things bad? Can you even actively avoid all things bad?
But I think it's like to me, it's human at the end of the day to be like, you want to see something come out of your sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I think we should always move from blaming blaming individuals to systems. Like, what is it that actually allows all this shit to exist first? Before blaming somebody for making a choice that's just at the end of the day right in front of them and hella easy.
Yeah,
like
really convenient.
It's people like hella profiting off of shit right now, and you know, it's just like it doesn't make sense. So it doesn't make sense to ask people to be like, don't go here, don't go here, don't go here, unless we have all that shit that people need somewhere else. Whatever it is that they want. Like, unless you can get a 5-side house, like it's hard to be like, don't go there. You know what I mean?
We lost you for a second, I'm not gonna lie. But you back now.
Well, I just dropped some knowledge and I forgot.
You did. You dropped. We got 98% of that.
Cool. That's a passing grade. It's
an A+.
Well, keep on keeping on. I hope you find your perfect pedicure soon.
I've been doing them myself, and then when I actually got them done, I'm like, I'm not doing it myself no more. My hands, I'll do them myself, but my feet, they need professional love and care.
That's hilarious.
And that's just that.
That's that on that.
Period. But moving on. Time for the check. For our new listeners, it's the portion of the show where we pick someone who needs a good, stern talking to. Sanj, who are you choosing to check this week?
It's kind of
wag that finger.
It's kind of going into our last conversation, but like I feel like people, I don't know, or maybe it's just the weird ass shit that I see, but like these debates, like the debate that's happening, I think there's one happening today. We're recording on Wednesday, and the last one, and I just like I go back to wondering what the fuck is the point of a debate when shit at the end of the day to me is so polarized. Like everybody already know what they're gonna do. So like Either way, whoever you about to vote for is about to put their foot in their mouth. So
both of them. I think just because
fuck?
it's tradition, I guess, is why they still did it. But it made me watching that debate made me not want to vote. Like
exactly.
It
Like
made
I don't
me.
think
It just made me not want to do it. It was. I think it's better that they not. Yeah. It made me not want to fucking participate at all.
Like I just think it's like, oh man, both like just shut up. Like just I just let's just maybe like Corona. You feel me? Like let's not do this. I don't know. I don't know if I want to check the debates, if I want to check the people who are talking about the debates. I want to check anybody who asked me if I watched the debates and what I thought about the debates, because like I just don't get the point. Because like everybody, I don't think there's anybody who's like, ooh, I wonder, I'm gonna watch this debate to see which I'm gonna vote. Nah, we watch these debates.
Yeah.
Two fucking old ass men make a fool out of themselves.
That's pretty much what it was. Yeah.
So that's my check. I'm not sure exactly who might be the debates. Might be, I don't know, people trying to debate me. But check.
Well, I am going to sticking in the little political crew. I'm going to check Earl Weber. Let me pull up this damn tweet. First of all, I really wanted to make sure that I say who the fuck spells Earl that way. ERROL. That's a stupid way to spell your name. And you a stupid ass nigga, so it makes sense that you would spell your name that way. But he tweeted some black conservative nigga on the right, hoping that Chrissy Teigen and John, some pretense. Chrissy Teigen and John Legend announced that they lost their baby. Chrissy Teigen was pregnant and they just lost their baby. He tweets, hoping that Chrissy Teigen and John Legend will reevaluate their thoughts on abortion after their heartbreaking experience. It's not a clump of cells. It's either a baby or it's not. Why the fuck would you say that, my nigga? Why would you ever think that that's an okay thing to say after someone just lost their baby? Like, this is the time for you to I would say for you to make your point, but no points were made. So it was just a comment that just didn't need to be made, and it was tasteless. And at a time where someone just said that they just announced that they lost their baby today, and you tweeted that in response. What kind of fucking person are you? It was just not a right thing to do. And it's very interesting how everybody with Trump getting COVID was just like, all of the Democrats were all of a sudden sympathetic. Like, oh, we need to be like, we don't wish death upon him, and we still want to, we wish him well. The people on that side don't be wishing niggas well. They say shit like this.
Facts. That's what I should
what are y'all doing? That doesn't make you look like the bigger person or give you some fucking kudos. This is what you working with, my nigga. You working with people that would say something like this after somebody just lost a baby. So why are you sending well wishes? If you don't want to wish death on anybody, fine, I guess. Even though we're talking about Trump.
But you can at least shut up.
If you don't want to, that's fine. But you don't have to wish him well. You certainly don't have to wish him well. You could just not say anything. And that would be totally okay. But what you don't have to do is say prayers and thoughts going out to him and we wish you well. You don't have to wish that nigga a damn thing. Not death or well. Just don't wish him nothing, because it's what above us now. There's nothing I can do. So I don't wish anything. Nothing. But to wish people like this well, knowing that if the shoe was on the other foot, this is how the behavior is, it's just dumb. It doesn't make me think, oh, that's a stand-up guy, I want him as a leader. It makes me think, oh, you a bitch. That's pretty much what it was. And I don't want a bitch to be a leader either, which is why this is making me not want to vote. I wish everybody would just shut up. We all were in agreement.
Let's just get there.
What has to be done. But y'all are making it so hard.
Let's just get there. Let's just get there.
So hard. If everybody could just be quiet. But the well wishes.
Because this nigga, I saw something that Joe Biden took down all his negative ads about Trump, and I was like,
do you think that
it sounds like we on a losing team?
Trump would be flaming this nigga Joe if he had coronavirus. Are you crazy? He would be flaming him.
That's
we would never hear the end of the
man.
jokes. So things like that don't get like, this isn't the good place. You don't earn fucking points for the little good things that you do. Nobody cares about that shit. You sending these niggas well wishes. You look and sound like a bitch, and it's unnecessary. If you don't want to wish him death, fine, don't. But please don't wish him well.
That ain't it.
Please don't wish people on this side well, because this is the type of, why would you talk about somebody's baby? Talking about it's not a clump. I bet it's not just a clump of cells now. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, because I just keep rambling and going.
Because
but that's what I'm checking.
Ugh. All right, man. Fuck Earl. And Earl.
ERROL.
Earl. Ugh. Okay. Well,
who spells their name like that?
We know who. We're gonna move on to the last part of the podcast is the tip. This is the point. This is the point in the episode where we actually pick something positive, good that's happened that we want to recognize in the past week or so. It's like the opposite of the check, and it's my favorite to end on. So, Camille, who are you tipping?
Tipping on fofos. I'm tipping. It's a beauty supply corner around the corner from my dad's house. That's Black owned. And I remember when they first put it up, but I like forgot about it because natural instinct, I just go to the same like beauty supply.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just such a different experience and so refreshing. Like going to someplace that's Black owned, that's like that you frequent often as a Black person. You know, like Black people are in the beauty supply all the time, and with the Koreans all the time is so different than going in there to a Black owned place and being like, girl, do you think this look good on my hair? And her being able to give you an honest opinion because she does hair like this, and she knows, like, you know, she know your culture, she know what's up, so you can have it just is refreshing. I don't know. That's something small that I never thought about, even though that wasn't the first Black owned beauty supply that I've been to, but the fact that it's so close, like it's around the corner from my daddy's house, like I could just go like chilling real quick, like, oh, let me go pick this up real quick. I don't know. We was talking about my little beads on my hair. Like, where you get that from? Oh, I was retwisting my brother's locks.
Yeah.
I was doing to manifest because I want me Marshawn Lynch, and so I need to start practicing so I could do his hair for him. Because that's how we gonna meet. But I was even like being able to ask them, you know, like, hey, I'm about to do some locks. Like, which product should I use? Blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, if it's not somebody from your community or your culture that you could ask that, I couldn't have asked the Koreans at the beauty supply.
They'd be like, yes, you can use that.
Which one should I use? They're like, oh, yeah,
all of it.
Like, that's how you're going to be able to tell me, but you never use this product. You don't know. So that was just refreshing. So if you are ever on Fig and 120th in that same little parking lot with the Wingstop and McDonald's, then go to that beauty supply. It's a Jamaican food spot over there. It's nasty. Wouldn't recommend it. Sanj, who are you leaving the tip for this week?
Not that Jamaican restaurant, I'll tell you that.
I'm not gonna say the name of them. I don't want to like completely bash them, but it was nasty.
Oh, sheesh.
Shout out Island Spice in San Diego. Best Jamaican food ever.
So this week I'm tipping. I have a few folks on my timeline who are keeping me informed about what's going on in Armenia and Turkey. I kind of been trying to read on like what's going on and understand a little bit more. It's like one of those complicated histories, but I remember learning about like the Armenian genocide and stuff like that. So,
and their Independence Day was just like 2 weeks ago because we did an event where I worked that I was helping with. So yeah, it was interesting to see like all of this stuff happening shortly after their Independence Day. Yeah.
So it's just like I've been trying to just like read and keep up with what people are saying, and like I gotta admit I'm not still fully understanding of the situation or knowing what's going on, but I do appreciate people who've been like pinging it and making it come up on my timeline and like linking me to cool articles and stuff like that. So just general knowledge, it just sounds like, you know, there's at least anytime there's innocent people sort of suffering because of politics or whatever else there is, I think that's always shitty. So I was like, I wanted to like know more and stuff like that. So shout out to everybody who's keeping me informed, sending the good links and information. I appreciate it. They'll probably still take me another, I don't know, few weeks to really get fully grasped. Yeah, exactly.
I went downtown. That was on Saturday, and they blocked off the streets and had their flags and was like, they was like real deep. So, yeah.
Well, that's all.
If I come across some stuff at work, I'll send it to you.
Yes.
Some more information.
I've been trying to, like, sometimes I read too much, like, just history, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm trying to keep up with timelines from, like, 1400s. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, trying to do a whole history class.
How far back does this go?
Oh, shit. They be going back, bro. Christ didn't even show up yet? Nah. Man. It's a prequel?
That's not funny.
Oh. This nigga Christ ain't dropped yet.
Christ haven't dropped yet is pretty funny. Sorry.
Dropped yet. Nah, but yeah. That's all.
That's it for me too.
All right. Well.
Thank you all for tuning in. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Even for the next time that I do it, I'm not smoking no more before I record.
I've said it before. I'll
say it again. But I promise I'm a woman of my word.
That sucks.
I wonder if I'll get invited to the bubble next year. You think I could do it?
They done learned their lesson, bro.
Yeah, if even the fucking employee can't get no dick, then I don't know what's going on in the bubble. Security is tight. You want me to watch Carly while you do your toes? No. Okay.
And you know DeMarcus Cousins probably gonna be back in that motherfucker next season, so they not letting you in, bro.
He gonna be like, this is a big suitcase, Mr. Cousins. Are you sure you need all of this? I'm being there like this.
That's hilarious. That's interaction right there.
You're like I just broke something.
Yeah, again.
Did you say again? What did I break the first time?
I don't know, the sound that we both heard.
Oh, you know what I meant to tell you too? Before we start? I am way more animated than you when we record. Every clip is like this.
That's funny.
And you be like...
I be like this. I be like...
So I'm gonna try not to be so expressive.
It was one time, it was like, I don't know, at one point in the video you were like doing something, I was like, I wanted to caption it, I wonder what Camille was teaching me to do here, and it was like...
I was moving so much, it made me cringy. Wait, we never officially did it. All right, thanks everybody for tuning in.
We did officially end it. You just didn't stop recording.
Oh, we did?
We did.